You're watching the Trinity 10.
My name is Kimberly Tomasek, and I'm the Instructional and Curriculum Director here at Trinity Episcopal School. If I could pick a superpower, it would be to be invisible. Because there are some rooms that I would like to sneak into, or at least I try, to get a real picture of what's going on, especially with my job. My favorite Disney movie is Aladdin, and I really like the remake that they did a couple of summers ago because it talks about someone who's a street rat that gets to become a prince, and he gets his princess. And so I think that all people should have the opportunity to come up in life and to make the most of their lives. Something that most people don't know about me is that I really like to travel a lot, and I know about 5 different languages. The reason I know 5 different languages is because my senior year, I was an exchange student in Austria, not Australia, and they speak German, but I went to Switzerland, which speaks 3 different languages. So I know a little bit of French. And then I was in Southern Austria, which backs up against Italy. And so I would always go to Italy a lot. So I speak Italian, and I know a little bit of Spanish from some mission trips to Venezuela and the Dominican Republic. And then I took Latin for 4 years in high school. So I kind of dabble in it, and I can kind of understand multiple languages, and I use it on mission trips and when we travel and go to cruises and different things. My favorite season is actually summer. I know a lot of people hate the hot weather, but I'm always cold and I'm freezing to death. And I love to walk in outside from the inside, because even in South Texas, everything's always cold inside. The air conditioning, and just to feel that warmth. I love the long days that it stays daylight till like 9 o'clock at night, because I love to walk in the evenings and I love to be outside. So, and I don't have school. So I get to be a mom and I get to be with my boys. And so summer is my favorite season. I can't really make that decision. If I'm gonna eat chicken nuggets, it's Chick-fil-A. If I'm gonna eat a hamburger, it's definitely Whataburger. It would probably be a horse, because I grew up on a small ranch and I grew up riding since I was like 9 months old. And I just love to feel when you're on a horse, the adrenaline that goes through your body, and it just seems like freedom. Like there's nothing restraining you, and you can imagine, or you can be, or you can think. I love nature, and so just to be on a horse, and so I love horses. I don't know, I like all animals, but I love horses. Well, it has to be a Houston team, because we live close in this area. And so when we went to Canyon Lake, everybody went for the Spurs, and we were still for the Rockets. So we love the Astros, we love the Rocket, anything that's a team that's in Houston, we're gonna root for. We do not root for anything in Dallas. That's forbidden in our house. And even though my son goes to college in Dallas, and nothing in San Antonio. So we're definitely Houston. Even my husband, he doesn't like the Oilers anymore, but he did when they were in Houston. Well, since I took Latin, I like carpe diem, seize the day, and to make every day the most that you can make it, and that you should work your hardest to please the Lord each and every day. My favorite sport to play or watch is definitely basketball, which is ironic because the first year I played basketball, I was so awful in 7th grade that my coach told me to never play again. And that was my first year, but I only joined the basketball team so I could run track. because I thought that's what my favorite sport was. But I ended up playing basketball, and I love to watch it. My family gives me a hard time because I go for the basketball, not necessarily a team. I love to see great shots or passes or rebounds, so I'm always saying yay when they make a good play. When I was a kid, I played outside a lot. Like I was telling y'all, I was very tomboyish, loved to dig in the dirt. And my mom ordered me some archaeology magazines, and I was very intrigued in history. And so I wanted to be an archaeologist. I love digging in the dirt, and I love to study history. And so I wanted to travel all over the world and find things. This is Kimberly Tomasek, and thank you for watching my Trinity 10.